Hello everyone, my name is Tony Lau, professional Feng Shui consultant. Today we'll be covering the last and the most popular element, Earth. I'll be revealing the secret and the importance about this one particular element. I promise this is the last time I'll be wearing this shirt for a while. Why is Earth important? Because of real estate. Quick disclaimer for YouTube, I'm not a financial advisor. This whole video is for entertainment purpose only. I'll be using my professional opinion as a Feng Shui consultant to do some of these analysis. And as a bonus, for some good luck today, gently tap the like button and turn it blue. Rather just be real estate, stocks, 401k, or IRA, or your pension fund. Oh look, all my portfolio just went up by 1% again. So Earth element, why I took an entire episode to go through this one particular element? Because of one thing, real estate. Real estate belong to the Earth element. And there's a lot to talk about with real estate. Basically, any type of traditional investment are part of the Earth element category. Unfortunately, for 2021, I'm putting Earth at the 5th place, the last place. And I mentioned you should be avoiding the losers in the first video. Earth is exactly the loser you should be avoiding in 2021. So a word of caution, everything I mentioned in this video is for you to avoid, not to invest in. Did you all get that? If so, let's begin. I mentioned real estate. There's a lot you can invest in real estate, and it might vary by location as well. If you want to invest in real estate, such as the stock market, like REIT, real estate trust fund, you can do that with just like buying stocks. We mentioned O last time, and these are other like common real estate fund that people invest into. Not gonna go through too much detail about it because we're not gonna be investing in these this year. I guess you can look into it if you want to buy puts or short them. I'm still bullish in the market overall, so I don't recommend doing that. You wouldn't come out too much ahead by shorting them this year because the overall market is still going to be bullish. So expect a flat line or downward trend for this particular category. Individual real estate is a little tricky. There's a lot of Feng Shui involved. Generally, we calculate the boom and the bust in real estate market by the luck of the land. As you can see, there are different areas that go ups and down every year. How do we know when this trend gonna happen? So we use this calculation called luck of the land to determine the boom and the bust for each cycle. Real estate tend to come in cycle of at least 12 years. The benefit of being in the US is that we have water on both sides of the country. Unlike other countries that has the #1 population of the world, there are ups and downs in each of the cycle. Our large low was around 2012. That means our real estate market should still be trending up toward 2024. So you can still make a couple year profit between now and 2024 if you were to buy something now. My recommendation is seek somewhere with southwest water, as we're currently in the X cycle of the land luck. So it doesn't always happen right away. It's a gradual transition from the previous cycle to the next cycle. You might not see like all the housing as southwest water boom immediately, but you might see like, oh, toward the south part of the southwest area will start booming, and then all of a sudden like next year they start developing more and more these area to this other region with southwest water toward the east side. I'll use this example in Utah. We have this lake called Utah Lake in Utah County. If anyone that lives in Utah County would know, like all these area in the south experienced a real estate value boom since 2004. They've been doubling, tripling since they were at in the early 2000s. And it's still booming, but it doesn't always happen with this whole region. It happened gradually. Start from the very bottom area and gradually like move up. And this area at the top, we call it Lehigh, is now called the Silicon Slope, which got all these tech companies from California moving in the past several years, causing the value to boom. But it didn't happen right away. It happened down south first, but all these areas has southwest water in it. Further north, you see this area called Syracuse is still being developed right now, and they have southwest water. But the water quality is not as good as the one down south. They're like salty, icky water in the Great Salt Lake. So the luck benefit is actually slightly counterproductive. than the one in the south. So wish these houses good luck. So the development's not as fast as the area down further south with the better water quality. Back in my hometown in Hong Kong, it's the same too. You have these areas that are booming gradually, it's trending further north. The trend is still happening for the next 3 years. It just depends on where. So once your area is fully developed already, you're not going to see much growth in it. But I would look at areas that are still underdeveloped with southwest water. Those are the bets for the next 3 years. I would bet money on those areas for development. Quality of water is important. Existing population also matter too. You can't just pick the middle of nowhere if nobody lives there. You gotta have a development potential. A lot of interesting case study would be Bay areas, like the San Francisco Bay, the Tokyo Bay. Those are great area to study into this kind of trend. With area facing water, it will almost take a book to explain everything about real estate with Feng Shui. So that's all I want to cover for real estate. Let's on to other earth element investment. Mining, as I mentioned in the first episode on metal and water, gold mining is not fully a metal stock, rather it's part of the mining sector, which is part of earth. A lot of people confuse the two. Sometimes gold does well, but the mining company, they don't do as well. The trend doesn't always correlate with each other. Sometimes they do. I would tread carefully in any kind of precious metal mining this year because of the ranking of the earth element. You want to look into in the future, ETF that tracks mining would be ticker XME. This particular ETF tracks all of the mining company in their sector. Or you can look at like some of the big player, like this Peruvian company, ticker BBN. They are one of the major player in the mining sector, with a market cap of $3 billion. Another sector in the earth element category is farming. Farming, anything that grows. One company worth mentioning is Corteva, ticker CTVA. Then a US agriculture company worth over $34 billion in cap, but you should avoid this year. And another company in this sector would be Mosaic, ticker MOS. They're a Florida company that grows different type of agriculture goods. Not a whole lot in this sector. Do some research and find more as well. After farming, we have engineering and construction sector. This is also an earth element categories investment. The big player I found is Jacobs Engineering Group. They're a US construction company that's trading publicly. They do a lot of construction work around the country. Ticker J. Another company is called Quanta. They do a lot of infrastructure. Ticker PWR. They construct a lot of pipeline and power line and communication infrastructure. But they're still a construction company. They're building all these stuff. Another one is called Mastech. Ticker MTZ. They're also another big player with a $7 billion market cap. These are the ones I will avoid buying this year. After construction, we have airport services. So they don't operate the airline, rather they do the service portion of an airport that facilitate planes coming in and out. So they're on the ground, which put them in the earth element sector, but they're a big player too in the overall market. Some of the big player I could think of is Macquarie and ticker MIC. They're a big player in this airport service sector. Another one's called Atlas Air, ticker AAWW, $1.7 billion market cap company that primarily serves a lot of the airport in the US. Also at the metro sector, they're a private company that facilitate and service the underground trains in the city. I'm not familiar with any US system that managed by private company. There are quite a bit in Asia and Europe, but not so much in America. Just to mention this category, it does exist, but just not in the US. Lastly, we have the food product sector. So the company that makes the food product, they don't actually grow the product like the farming sector does. They're the production company that makes the food. First company that comes to my mind would be Tyson, ticker TSN. They've been getting a lot of hate of how they treat their worker last year. They even make headlines in some of the talk shows. Definitely a company to avoid in 2021, with Earth being ranked at 5th. Another major player in this sector is Calm, ticker CALM. They're a major egg producer in the country. I don't know this company that well, but definitely avoid them. And then we have a pretty popular one, Beyond Meat, BYND. It's also a major player. Even though they make organic meat, it's still a food product. People might get upset with me putting them in the same category as Tyson. They do make food product regardless. Definitely is also a company I will avoid this year. That concludes the different sector in the earth element category. Now just another warning for those of you that are watching. I ranked the earth element in the 5th place for a reason, which means I expect everything I mentioned in this video to be either flatlining or drop this year. It's not that you won't find any unicorn in this area. Like I mentioned, even the water category might have some loser as well. You buy 10 stock, 9 of them will go out, 1 will drop. Same with the earth element category. You could buy like 10 of them, 9 will drop. You still got the 1 winner, but you have to buy that 1 winner, you will make money. But the odds are stacked against you. Comparing to like investing into the water elements or the fire element category. Overall, this sector will be dropping. For sure, I wouldn't put all my money in real estate this year just because everything is priced high. Even a lot of experts believe real estate price is high. There's actually not much good deals out there this year. Another angle to play in this sector would be shorting the sector. What are you Maven Capital? If that's your style, and watch out for Wall Street bet rallying against you. If you made it to the video this far, which means you're really taking a liking on the investing, or you want to learn more about it, or even just the aspect of Feng Shui and investing, how those two correlate with each other. Using it right, you can generate a lot of wealth with Feng Shui. I know I did. Consider subscribing. I'll be posting more content, so stay tuned. I might do another live stream this week if time permits. It's been pretty crazy in March for me. Even though we get a small group in the live stream section, I always get a lot of questions and I can answer in great details. Everyone that tunes in seems to like it. So comment down below and tell me what you think about this video. I'm open to any criticism or suggestion. I have links down below if you're interested in getting private consulting. My schedule pretty booked lately, maybe sometime in April. So stay tuned for more.